UMass Basketball Travis Ford Show. Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to the UMass Basketball Show, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Scott Coen and Travis Ford. And, Coach, welcome in, first of all. Got to welcome you into your own show.
Just great to be back. Been on the road for a while now.
You have.
We just rode back into town, had a quick practice. And
quick, hard practice.
It wasn't as quick as our players would have liked, but it was a very productive practice. And it's great to be here.
Well, literally, Coach, a tale of two cities, Syracuse, New York, and Indianapolis, Indiana. You kind of felt both ends of the spectrum this week.
No question. We saw the potential of our basketball team, what we're capable of doing when we went into Syracuse, and we're very, very focused as a basketball team. And then we go and, we're on the road for a couple days, and then we see that if we don't bring the intensity and bring the focus we need, what can happen as well. So I think there's a lot of great lessons learned on this trip. Right now, I'm very upset with my basketball team. There's no question. I'm very disappointed in the way we performed. But with that said, I'm still very high on our basketball team. I still think this team can accomplish some really special things, more than I even really probably thought before the season started. I do think that we have a team that can do a lot of really good things. I think this lesson they learned at the IUPUI game hopefully will carry over. If we have the maturity and leadership that I think we have from some of these players, I think they'll learn their lesson. But it will take me a couple days to get over that, just as I think it took our players a couple days to get over the Syracuse game.
Right.
The loss against IUPUI is going to sit with me for a while.
So I guess the thing now is we can sit here and you can harp on the negative aspect of losing on Saturday night, but I guess now the thing is what they do about it is what's really important to you.
Absolutely. First of all, IUPUI is a very good basketball team. They're picked to win their league. They're going to win their league. They're going to win 20 or more basketball games. We went from playing in the Carrier Dome in front of 25,000 people to a 1,200-seat arena, which I think our players had a little bit difficult time adjusting to and coming out of the clouds from a great win at Syracuse. Nobody can take that away from these young men. That was just an incredible, incredible basketball game performance by our players. Again, IUPUI, at the end of the day, the loss isn't necessarily going to hurt us as far as what we're trying to accomplish. That's not going to hurt us. What we need to do is use that as a learning experience, because at the end of the day, IUPUI is going to be a very good basketball team. We're, losing on the road in that game is disappointing because we should have won the game, but in the long term of things, I think we'll be okay. All
right, well, let's take a look at highlights from the Syracuse game. And boy, like you said, you're out there in the Carrier Dome. I mean, Travis, it just doesn't really get any better. It's a mecca of college basketball.
No, it's an incredible environment. The only thing I can compare it to probably is Rupp Arena.
Yep.
We came out, playing our game, knocking down threes. You see Luke Bonner knocking down threes, and we got off to a great start. And, I knew Syracuse would make a run back.
Big 4-point play there by Gary.
Yeah, Gary was just, I thought, the best player on the court as an all-around player. You see a great pass there by Gary Forbes, Ricky Harris making the shot. We knew they were going to make a run back, but what I was impressed with from our team was their focus and intensity for 40 minutes, no matter what. We get down in the second half by 12, and during a timeout, down 12, our guys were still just, hey, we're fine. We're in great shape.
Yeah.
We're going to fatigue these guys, and I think this is where it is.
Bingo.
We're down 9. I call timeout. Our guys were not rattled, none whatsoever. We just stuck with our game plan, good things happened to us.
A lot of UMass teams in the recent past, would have folded. You guys came, stormed back.
We stuck with the game plan. We stuck with our system, and some great players make great plays. Gary Forbes, you see, scoring, passing, a little bit of everything. Chris Lowe was really great. Ricky Harris, everybody did something to help us. And what was impressive, we got one of Syracuse's best games. We really did.
I guess you did, didn't you?
Their coach at the end of the game in the press conference said it was their best offensive game of the year. I know he was disappointed in his team's defense, but so was I.
Right.
We didn't play any defense either, so it was kind of a combination of both teams trying to outscore each other.
All right, Gary Forbes, that's the big play right there. Huge, and that kind of sealed the deal, didn't it?
Yeah, that did. That was the shot that I think really clinched it for us.
This was another nice play here.
And that definitely, you know.
And you guys made your free throws down the stretch, 6 of your last 8.
We did, something we needed to do because, you know, if we hadn't made our free throws, it could have really went down to the wire.
Yep.
But, you know, with 2 minutes to go, we knew we pretty much had the game.
Okay, and there's Chris Lowe going on the line. Like I said, I think UMass hit 6 of their last 8 free throws. And, you know, there's your ball game. And look at it, 107-100. UMass a big win over Syracuse. And that's the kind of game and kind of win that you can sit there and hang your hat on. There are the stats, Harris, Forbes, Milligan, Brower. I mean, right down the line, it was really just one of those great college games.
No question. To go into Carrier Dome and win a game like that, not a lot of teams do that. You know, especially a lot of non-conference teams go in the Carrier Dome and play the way we played. This is a game at the end of the year, if we're looking to go postseason,
no doubt,
is going to be very important for us. Now we've got to take care of business everywhere else. But this is a game our kids can be very proud of themselves and something that they'll always remember, to go in there with such incredible basketball tradition at Syracuse. And again, it shows the potential of our basketball team, what we're capable of doing if we play hard, stay focused, and go with the mentality. Our whole mentality in this game in the locker room, I talked to our kids about, do not worry about the score. That's what I talked about before the games. The score is so irrelevant. Play until the buzzer sounds and let's see what happens. Play the way we practice every day. And that's what we did. We got up, we got down, nothing changed with us. We stayed the same way the whole time. And good things happen for us.
All right, let's take a look at Saturday night's game.
We have to.
We have to. It's the way it goes. Yeah. But we can say that all the highlights we're going to see are from the first half. And, you know, last night, tale of two halves.
It was, and you can see the difference, you know, in the arenas, and that's no excuse.
That's the first thing I noticed when I saw the highlights.
And,
like,
and
wow,
I
look at that.
It's tough for our guys, but that's no excuse. We're not a type team that can relax at any point in time. We're not that good yet. But we came out and got a good lead. I'm not going to say we played well, because I still was not even happy. We were up 11 at halftime, and I even told our coaches at halftime, I'm not impressed with our intensity. I'm not impressed with how we got up 11. I don't know. We made some threes. But I was not impressed with our work ethic, our attitude at times in this game. You know, and we cannot do that. We're not a team that can take a minute off. We can't turn it on like a light switch, and we tried to do that in this game. And once we got down in the second half, we never were able to get that fire, get that kick that we needed. The spark wasn't there that we usually have. For whatever reason, you know, we can blame it on a lot of different things, but plain and simple, it was not there. And I was very disappointed in our players' effort and our players' attitude and the way they never responded to IUPUI making a run back. You know, we're up 11 at halftime, and they come out, score the first 4 points. They come out and get to the bonus before we even get a foul on us, which didn't help our style of play. There's a lot of things that went against us in that game besides just our effort. But I was just disappointed our kids never responded. We just didn't. For whatever reason, I think they tried to at times. They just couldn't find it. So hopefully we get that out of our system and learn from that. I know we're going to do our job in practice to make sure that they do not forget that game and forget, you know, what made them successful in Syracuse and what it made them unsuccessful at IUPUI. If they learn that, then we're going to be some good things are going to happen for this team. All
right, well, let's put that game behind us and actually put this first segment behind us and move on to the next one, too. Our regular features are coming up. We'll have the play of the week and Coach's favorite, well, I won't say your favorite player. Coach, he talks about Ricky Harris an awful lot. He's the subject of our up-close look. Stick around. The UMass Basketball Show. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the UMass Basketball Show, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Time for our Big Y World Class Markets Play of the Week. And like I said, we always kind of joke around. And Gary Forbes gets it again this week, Coach.
I think this is 3 for 3 or 4 for 4.
Right.
But Gary does make big plays. There's no question. And the one we're about to see might have been one of his bigger plays he's had at UMass. But hopefully there's a whole lot more to go. But Gary, you know, can make things happen on the court. He can score. He can pass. And that's what we want from him. What he did in this game, he did everything. And that's still the deal right there. That shot right there, shot clock running down. At this point in time, we just needed to hang on. 3, 2, 1 on the shot clock. He stayed with his follow-through. And he played his most complete game he's ever played. Defensively, offensively, scoring, passing. We just need that more from him because that's what he's capable of doing. At his size, at 6'6", 6'7", and his physical ability, very, very strong, he can shoot, pass, post. He can do a little bit of everything, and we need his leadership every game, and that's what he's capable of doing.
All right, how about our Coca-Cola Minute with the Minuteman? It's Ricky Harris. Just give us 30 seconds on him, and we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, Ricky Harris is a very good player, as you mentioned. My favorite player. I don't know if he's my favorite player. After
I just know that I think you really like the way he plays basketball.
I love the way he plays. I love the competitiveness he plays with. I love the emotion he plays with. A lot of times his emotion gets the best of him at times, but I'd rather have a player like that and bring him back at times. He's a competitor every second of the day. He loves to practice his game. He's great in individual instruction. I think, as I mentioned last year to him a lot, he didn't play a whole lot, but his best days are ahead of him, and I still think that's true with him.
All right, well, he's playing some pretty good ball right now, and ABC 40's Neil Jaffoon takes a look. Our Minute with the Minuteman segment is Ricky Harris. Take a look.
Up on the 8-minute mark here, second half. Ricky Harris drives and scores off the glass.
When you're the only sophomore on a team laden with upperclassmen and freshmen, you may think it's hard to find exactly where you fit in. Not so for UMass guard Ricky Harris.
Before the freshman got in, I told him I was going to do my freshman year all over again with them because I didn't have no one when I came in as a freshman. This year, I'm coming into my own. I'm like growing, developing confidence with myself. My teammates are getting confidence in me.
I think he's just taking advantage of starting and taking advantage of his turn to become a star.
Ricky's star power building throughout the first 5 games of the season, averaging just over 19 points per game. Then came Syracuse, Ricky dropping a career-high 25 on the Orange, en route to UMass's first ever win at the Carrier Dome.
Coach Ford told me that I was a veteran, I was going to be an experienced guy this year. He told me that a lot of freshmen was going to look up to me, so I just had to accept the role.
Another role Ricky is growing into, the Minuteman's resident microwave.
He get them buckets quickly, because look, Northern Iowa game, he got hurt and he only played like 4 minutes in the first half, and then he didn't play a lot in the second half. Then he came in and had 15 straight points. So I was like, his name is the microwave.
Basically, I just want to be like the guy who brings the energy. Like, you always see me jumping around and always acting crazy.
There's no question Ricky loves being on the court, but he has aspirations to one day be courtside.
Work for ESPN. Be one of the anchors for ESPN. When I'm done with college, when I'm done with basketball, I just want to be around stuff like that. I like to talk to people. I like to be social. I like to make people laugh. That's just my personality.
So why not give him an impromptu audition?
What can I say, like? Ricky Harris reporting live from the world's famous Mullen Center. I'm here with the UMass Minutemen, Coach Travis Ford and his team. I'm a 6'2" guard from Baltimore, Maryland.
Not too bad for a rookie. Ricky may just have a future in the biz. If so, he may get the chance to meet one of his favorite on-air personalities, ESPN's Dick Vitale.
The way he used to say, "It's awesome, baby," with a cat, like stuff like that, just motivated me to always want to be playing in front of him or just like being in his presence. Like, I don't know why. I guess every basketball player across the world wouldn't mind wanting to be interviewed by Dick Vitale.
After back-to-back 20-plus point performances this week, Ricky would certainly qualify as a PTP, prime-time player, baby, in Dickie V's world. UMass's super sophomore clearly comfortable in the spotlight and not shy about hamming it up for the camera, or anyone else for that matter.
He always want to sing, and he think he's the best singer, but he needs to chill out with that singing. It is hairline, oh my God.
And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas. Just a little something, you know.
He embarrassed us so much, he'd go out in public with him singing, people looking at us like, this boy is crazy. And like the girls run away from him. I don't know why he keeps singing for, something's wrong with him.
CeeLo and Ricky, always giving each other a hard time, which seems to come hand in hand when you're more like brothers than teammates.
His mom like a mom to me. I always call her like, yo, Mom Dukes, what's up, baby? She come out here, she take me out to eat. It was like, I think their family just brought me in and my family brought him in. So we really brothers, but we brothers from another mother. That's what
She's like the overprotective type mom. Since I'm her firstborn, she's always, Ricky, where you at? What you doing? Why you there? I'm like, Mom, come on, I'm 20 years old. My father, he always had some slick stuff to say, like, come on, boy, you're missing them easy shots. And, you know, like ever since I was little, he always been on me.
Ricky knows, just like most parents, they want what's best for their son. Plus, Ricky's been away for 3 years between boarding school at Wichenden and college.
I just wanted to be in a better place. I wanted to be around better people and better myself as an individual.
His 1,000-watt grin tells the story. Ricky Harris having no trouble fitting in at UMass. Neil Jaffoon with this week's Minute with a Minuteman.
Well, a couple things out of that. Nat King Cole sang the Christmas song, and we listen to that every year. He's got nothing to worry about. I can tell you about that. But the second thing is he seems like a lot of fun.
He's a great personality.
Yeah,
fun to be
obviously.
around. I really do. I love coaching him, and he definitely needs to stick to basketball, that's for sure. he's going to go down his career's down at UMass as one of the great players at UMass. I really believe that. He's going to set up probably a lot of scoring records, things like that. But he is a joy to coach every day because I do love his emotion. I love his competitiveness that he brings to the court. And you can see he has a great personality, and he's fun to be around every day. And, you know, I just love his game. I do. As you mentioned earlier, I do love his game and the way he plays. I always have. And he got a little bit disappointed last year playing time. I told him to stick with it. Yeah. I always told him, stick with it because you are going to do great things. And I think now he's reaping some of those benefits.
Well, Rick, I tell you what, if Dick Vitale was doing that game against Syracuse, he definitely would have said it would have been awesome, baby.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
So timing is everything.
Good point.
All right, when we come back, we have Coach's Corner, Ask Coach Ford, the look ahead. Stick around. There's a lot more going on in tonight's show. Travis and I will be right back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the UMass Basketball Show, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Time for the Yale Genton Coach's Corner, and you said that you were actually a little bit late arriving for the show tonight to tape, Coach, and you said that it was time well spent on the practice court, oddly enough.
It was. You know, practice wasn't planned for today. It was supposed to have been a day off. But, last night's performance, we had an impromptu practice as far as we wanted to reintroduce defense to our players today and make them understand that we're going to need defense in order to win games. I'm not saying we got to be the best defensive team in our league. I don't say we have to go out and hold our opponents to 40 points. But we have to have better intensity on defense. We have to make sure our guys understand that we're just not one-sided. Yes, offense is a strength of our basketball team, no question. But defense is going to help you win championships. Defense is going to help you stay in games. And we just wanted to reintroduce our guys to that. And I think they got the message. And we still have a week to go. So, you know, we have some time to work on some things before our next game.
All right, let's take a look at Coach's Corner, back on the court. And, like you know, I tell you, defense can wear you out, can't it? It's not easy to play.
No, it's not. Defense takes a commitment, some discipline. And you're going to see a drill here that's called a 3-on-3 circle rebounding drill where we throw the ball out, guy shoots, and we're supposed to block out and go get the rebound. And what it's trying to simulate is some live action play where guys really got to match up to defenders. And it's also a good shooting drill because you have guys shooting while defenders are running at them. This is a really good rebounding drill, though. As you see, it makes guys really block out. It's a very physical, aggressive drill. Again, rebounding has not been a strength of ours. And it's something that we need to continue to work on. And we were doing decently in the IUPUI game until the second half. We just, the bottom fell out.
Sometimes when you really have to play defense hard, that can really kind of take its toll on the offensive end sometimes.
No question. And the way we play, the tempo we play with, gets the game going up and down. And it's more of an offensive type game. But where we have been having troubles when there's a dead ball, we have time to press, things that we're allowing teams to shoot too high of a percentage and allowing teams to get too good of looks. You know, we want to make our teams have as we say, make our opponents uncomfortable with defense, and we have not been doing that. So we've got to get back. I'm not going to say focusing more on defense, but making our players understand that defense has to be played with more intensity. It has to be played with more determination and not just be thinking one-sided all the time. Okay, our UMass Catering Ask Coach Ford question this week takes us back to the first game of the week. Describe, Coach, the atmosphere of game day at the Carrier Dome. Bill from Westfield checking. Great question, and, you know, almost a rhetorical question. Must have been great. It was great. It's hard to really describe it unless you've been in the Carrier Dome. I mean, this place is huge. It's huge. It's huge. And everything is orange. They have an absolutely ridiculous student section. I mean, there's students everywhere, and it's just a one big sea of orange. You know, it's just, you know, you feel like a cornstalk in a cornfield. You know, I mean, it's just so big. But it's a great atmosphere. You know, their fans are passionate about basketball. Their fans come out every game, which, you know, which makes for a lot of their tradition and their success. So that makes it even more gratifying when you can go in and win in such a tough environment, which, again, very few teams can do. All right. Well, when Coach and I come back, we're going to take a look ahead. It's a few days between now and the next game. It's on the road. It's against Marist. And then we also have the BC game coming up. So we'll talk about both of those games. Stick around. The UMass Basketball Show brought to you by Coke. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the UMass Basketball Show brought to you by Coca-Cola. Time for the UMassathletics.com look ahead. And we go on the road for I guess a home game away from home down to Mohegan Sun. And you're playing Marist, and they come as advertised too, Coach. Absolutely. It's you know, this is kind of a game we started last year, kind of hopefully an annual game we can play at the Mohegan Sun. It's a great game. You know, I encourage all our fans to go spend the weekend there. Yeah, right. It's a lot of fun. It's a great place. The arena is one of the best we play in. Great arena. We play against a very good Marist team, a team that's went to the NIT, won a game last year in the NIT, has great tradition, won like 25, 26 games last year. They're having a great season this year. They just beat a very good Wright State team. This Marist team is going to give it's going to be a very good basketball game. So I encourage everybody to come out to this game. I think they'll have a lot of fun and enjoy the weekend.
All right, it's Marist, and we're going to take the time now to actually look ahead to the following week, because anytime UMass and BC get together, it's a good one. And BC went last night and lost to Providence. And that was their first loss of the season, Coach. So another good year for the Eagles. A
great year. Obviously, I got a tremendous amount of respect for Coach Al Skinner, who obviously alumni of UMass. He always has his teams ready to go. He does a great job of developing players, running the system. He's got great guards. Tyrese Rice, their point guard, is one of the best players in their league. So, it's always tough to play at Boston College. And, we got to get ready to play. This team has given us trouble in the past. And, this is a team that's, as you mentioned, has only lost one game this year and playing very good basketball.
All right, well, heck, you went and beat Syracuse at the Carrier Dome. BC should be no problem,
yeah, right? I wish it was that easy.
Yeah, it's never that easy.
Never. Boston College is always very tough, very competitive. And I think they always get up for us, as we should get up for them as well. But very well coached, got great talent. These kids play very hard, and I've always, again, enjoyed watching Coach Skinner's team play, because they do play so hard.
All right, so yep, you bet. So that's we have Marist on Saturday down at Mohegan Sun, and of course the BC game will be on the road a little bit after that the following week, and no rest for the weary, obviously. So let's go back to the top of the show, Coach. Big win at Syracuse, tough one in Indianapolis on Saturday night, and you worked the guys hard today. So now. Take us through the week. Yeah, well, this past week, it's been a long week. We left on Tuesday and didn't get back till today, and it has been a long week, but we have learned a lot about ourselves during this road trip. We've learned what we're capable of accomplishing, and that's great things when you go into a place like Syracuse, and then we can see if we don't come focused and ready to go, what can happen as well. And we've got to put that in our book and remember these things and build on this whole road trip. We've got a week coming up where we can work on some things, work on our shooting, defense, which we need to work on, rebounding, and obviously prepare for a very good Marist team. All right, real quick, obviously you're playing these games to get ready for the real season, which is the conference. So right now, really, this is basically just a work in progress, isn't it? Well, it's still a work in progress. I even said that after the Syracuse game. I was getting phone calls from everybody. I said, it was a great win. Take nothing. We'll always remember this win, but we're still a team that's learning ourselves, learning a system. It's a work in progress. Good things are going to happen for this team. But we are preparing for conference. Everything we're doing now, we want to win as many as we can, without question. But we need to continue to work to get better at every aspect of our game. Anybody in the A-10 kind of sticking its head above ground yet, do you think? Obviously with Xavier. I think Xavier's really, they lost the game early, and I think they've really been possessed since that. Hopefully this game will do that. They have just really been blowing teams out, good teams out. Rhode Island, I think, is playing tremendous basketball right now. St. Joseph's played a tough schedule, but I've seen them play on TV. They're very, very good. Charlotte has won big games. I don't want to leave teams. Those are teams that I've kind of followed here lately who've kind of stuck out in my mind. All right. Well, and don't forget, UMass won a pretty big game, too. We won a pretty good game as well. All right. Absolutely. Hey, good to see you this week. Thank you. And best of luck getting the guys ready for Marist. Good to be back. Hope to see everybody at the Mohegan Sun. It's going to be hopefully a great weekend for everybody. Okay. Hey, buddy, thanks so much for watching us, everyone, and we'll look forward to some good news about Marist next Sunday night. Scott Coen, Travis Ford, everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next week.